And this may expose someone. So, back in the day, I used to date this dude. I'm going to call his government his first name, John, okay? So, when it came to John, right, me and John used to be cool. Now, mind you, he did what he did. I did what I did. He didn't bother me. I ain't never bother him. But the thing of it was, with me and Mr. Martinez, it was always mutual. It was always respect. I ain't ever disrespected that man, ever talked bad about him, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? When it came to me and, Mr. Martinez, it was cool. We stayed in Beacon Hill. His sister, I had knew her since we was going to school out there with Tuscaloosa. Okay. So this is how I know everybody involved, okay? And when it came to it, I remember his sister started acting real funny. But she started hanging out with, some of the girls that started doing what they saw their parents do in the neighborhood. Now you had Beacon Hill, and then you had Woodridge, and then you had the apartments right behind Beacon Hill, Wood Hill, and I think it was like Woodridge or something like that. Wood Hill. And then there's an apartment behind Wood Hill, and then you had Sherwood Terrace apartments, okay? And like I said, with me and John, we ended up parting ways because we went from West Orange, and then he graduated. I went to Akoi. Now his sister, like I said, it was a flip when it came to my first kid. But, I was always honest. So the thing of the reason being why all the dudes used to always, I would keep it honest. I ain't had no reason to lie to nobody, no nothing. I'm minding my business, went to school, handled my work. And if it went about money, we ain't had shit to really talk about. But over the years, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't sure. John, he knew that. We had our conversations and we left it at that. Anyway, I had noticed, like, we had a conversation. I was supposed to help him, but I couldn't help him at that time because I had an even bigger case than what he had going on. Now, what made sense to me, I remember it used to be a dude he used to hang out with, China. Now, China, he was one of the little trillers, little Chinese, Korean, Japanese. I don't know which one the motherfucker was. He was either Korean, Chinese, or motherfucking Japanese. Because the nigga wasn't Vietnamese. Because he was a little bit too hood. Had more gold teeth than a whole lot of them. But the thing of it was, I didn't ever look at China like that because him and John was cool, right? But here's the thing. Kiara, my little cousin, she was messing with him. And I remember one day she came home because she was just so excited to tell me, girl, let me tell you who I fucked on, who I ran into. I ran into China. Now, the funniest thing is, when it came to, and this is them hearing it from me, when we stayed over there in Beacon Hill, his cousin, start with a J, Jeremy, Jonathan, I'm just call him Jay. He had glasses. But the craziest thing of the night he ended up getting shot or whatever, earlier that day, I remember my cousin, yeah, I ran into, China or whatever, and she was telling me about some words exchanged between China and dude's cousin. But of course, you know what I'm saying, over there at that time, everybody know if you was over in Beacon Hill, crime at that time, y'all know what that, it was over some cootie. The white girl splash pills or that lean and stuff like that. But anyway, fast forward, his cousin ended up getting unalive, I want to say around between Christmas and New Year. When it happened, it threw me off because earlier that day I had spoke to him, you know, I was with his cousin, with John, and then later on we was all together. We had a conversation, and then he came by. His cousin came by later on that evening. He came to ask me something. And I was just like, yeah, whatever, whatever. And I was like, nah. But when it came to him, bruh, don't let me fucking find out that all this shit that while I was in Puerto Rico came down, because to come to find out, if anything, Mr. Martinez, you need to go check fucking China ass and check Kiara ass and check your sister Maria's ass. And if anything, shit, I ain't ever really had to tell nobody to make their own sister kneel, but if it had to be me and I had to be in the game a whole different way, everybody getting execution. It ain't no mercy around here because you don't play like that. And everybody asking him like, oh, well, Sharita should have knew what happened to him. No, he came by, he spoke to me, and he told me that He was getting ready to go somewhere, and this is how I knew something was up, but I didn't know what was up. But mind you, I said my cousin had met up with the China boy. How would you know what kind of car he was driving? And how would you know to go ahead and unalive him? This is going to open up this case in Orange County over there in Pine Hills because dude died for no reason. And for how I was told, I didn't go see, I didn't get to go to the funeral or nothing like that. I didn't ever bring it up because I knew it was a touchy situation. But if I had to bank my last dollar on it, upright is yes, reverse is no. Did this man, because it's like how he got unalive, someone, it was by someone he know. And if I had to bank it, I'm going to say it was China. China did that shit, and then after he did that shit, he went into the military and shit like that and disappeared and acted like he was motherfucking innocent. And then y'all got me caught up in y'all webs of bullshit lies. Because I'm sitting here like, why is everything fucking revolving around this shit? And then it's like, how you getting involved in a court case when it comes to my son? But I was like, now all this shit makes sense because when I'm, connecting all the dots of all the niggas that used to come in, I done had a Lebanese motherfucker do it. The other motherfucker was Japanese, Hawaiian, and Puerto Rican. Then, special Puerto Rican. I'm going through and it's like Dominican. I had one person that was Colombian, Venezuelan, Puerto Rican. So it's just like for me to get very well versed, anybody always knew Spanish men was always like my little weakness or whatever the case may be. But shit, I already know how all men fucking act. So even when it comes to Spanish men and characteristics, it don't matter if it's fucking Caribbean because it's all across the West Indies. They do the same thing. It's like characteristics. Shit, you want to know the characteristics of Caribbean men? Just look at Nigerian men. What the fuck? Makes sense. Because, yeah, they all connected. Even down to dude over there. Like, and it makes sense because I'm thinking about it now that passed away. They look like cousins or brothers or some shit like this. So if you coming after me because of some shit like this, that it was some old school beef and you hearing it from Shorty over there, and if I find out that this is the truth of why everything was going like this, and then outside of, I already knew I was being clinically researched as a kid. Because that shit happened when I was like kindergarten. Then I remember it happening again when I was in like third grade because we did like some kind of testing. And I knew I like scored really high. And at that fucking point, the schools was trying to force like my mom and them like, oh, she's talking or she's doing it. Like they'll call my mom for the stupidest shit because it was like they knew they couldn't suspend me. They knew it was nothing like that. So it's just like crazy shit. Like people's secrets be coming out for no fucking reason. It's a blessing and a curse to be able to talk to dead people, to see them, to be able to tell everything. But that had been on my head real heavy for a little bit. And this is a message that I needed to get out to the Martinez. And I forgot the rest of y'all motherfucking family. But Sharita ain't had shit to do with that. And if you gonna look for something, go find Kiera Latrice motherfucking Chapman. Find her mama and find every fucking body else that's involved with this shit. And y'all need to bring that shit to my motherfucking face. Because y'all know I don't get down like that. But if anything, because that's been sitting on my head for a few days. Because I was just like, why would you bring me up something? This shit happened when I was like, what, maybe 17 turning on 18, because as a matter of fact I was getting ready to start dating him and his mom was like, no, I was 17, he was already 19 at that time. And it was just like, it wasn't nothing bad. It was just like, hey, well, from he and I, for the best interest, if we had wanted it, it would have been best that I had waited the few months until I turned 18, so we wouldn't run into that legal issue. But instead of being like that, it's like, okay, this nigga really happy. He really got this. Like, honey, I was his first for a lot of different things. If only y'all fucking knew. And then it's like, I started to realize when it came to certain women, it's like, okay, well, you can date the black men, but when the black women start dating y'all women, y'all men, it's a problem. Like, I started noticing that shit too, because it's like everybody want a black man, but when these other race of men want to date black women, it's an issue. Like, okay, well, we're not supposed to give you an issue when you fucking on our man. So when I'm over there, with me, a little Puerto Rican, Dominican, Colombian, Venezuelan, anything for the motherfucking Caribbean, you got an issue with it. For what? Girl, stop. Go work on that. Yeah, some of y'all gonna have to go answer to Oya. Some of y'all gonna have to go answer to Yemaya. Some of y'all gonna have to go answer to motherfucking Oshun. Because you fucking with they motherfucking... know the Orishas and how the setup is. Understand the Oba, Atabala, Ifa. Understand all of that. on a higher level, because it runs way deeper than what it is. And some of you that want to be worshiped for Ifa, that's why y'all sitting there, y'all don't mind having y'all man passed around. And that's okay with me. I just respect my ancestors. I respect them. Doesn't mean I have to do what it is that they do unless I'm practicing it. And I don't practice it. I gotta respect it though, because hey, when they give me the energy and the power that I need, because it just requires a quest, deposition, position, because it's like sometimes you don't even have to. You telling them what they do. But some of y'all don't understand that. Some of y'all didn't really read and understand how the energy really, really works and how you utilize it. It actually counteracts it. Because whatever it is that y'all doing, y'all just amplifying whatever it is negative that you want to happen to the person. You're amplifying more good. So in my behalf, anybody that's of my descendants, of my lines, I'm giving for Japanese, Chinese, Korean, white, Russian. I mean, unless you Irish, you know what I'm saying, that ain't got nothing to do with it. But if you're not Irish, there's not much that you can really do for that. Beautiful things. Okay, so it's like DNA and ancestry. It runs very, very deep, and it lets you know which energies you can demand to come in to go ahead and recommend, and one of the ones that you can utilize. So understand to open up your real eyes and realize I had shit to do with that, and for that man to pass away like that, and how they had to hide how it went down, and anybody that knew around that at that time, yeah, skeletons. I said, I'm sorry, mama. Didn't mean to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. Someone may be trying to take a flight to go to Viet Cong, Viet Long. Someone's trying to get a, yeah, somebody's trying to leave. Listen, let me give you this. Please, don't turn me in, man. I thought we go back from when we was little jits. No, we don't go back from when we was little jits. Because first of all, you little motherfucking shit, I didn't even really talk to you, and I didn't even fucking kick it with you. But the thing of it is, everything is pinpointed to this nigga China. And that shot, how he got killed. Y'all know how y'all family member got killed. It was personal. And the person had to know him to be comfortable to go ahead and get that type of headshot. I had to know the person to be able to be comfortable enough, because if I know my homeboy, you know, well enough, and if I know John as well as I know them, how I used to know them back in the days, and how I used to know how that other cousin that was in the Marines, he didn't play that shit. You don't just let anybody in the car like that. Even his cousin, his brother that came in from the military, because he's Panamanian and Puerto Rican, he already knew like something ain't right, but they knew the police was gonna fucking try to play this to the left. The other reason being why Orange County Sheriff Department want to be after my ass, because a long time ago I remember when that police officer where the Waffle House used to be, the reason being why Waffle House is not over there off of I think it's Kirkman, when you come off of Colonial, reason being why it's not there no more, because they wasn't sure if somebody was gonna talk and speak about it, and you gotta buy them out, because it's like shit. That kind of wreck, how that police officer drove into him and he still got his motherfucking job. And y'all needed me to testify, but I couldn't, because in the time I was in the military and I was pregnant when all that shit happened. So all of this shit is making complete sense, because it was money that these people was willing to go ahead and give me. They couldn't figure me out. They had my name. They had it in Sharita Chapman, but not in Sharita Taylor. You see what I'm saying? So if you can die and say Sharita Taylor is dead, Sharita Chapman is dead, of course. And that can leave anybody to collect that money on the behalf of her if there's children alive or something like that. But if ain't nobody really doing the full research, and the only child that carried the last name Chapman was Ayana. So the only way that they could do that is if they use Ayana, which the only way to utilize her is to get her away. And the only person that can manipulate that situation is the quote unquote the parents that's going to make it seem like it's healthy. She's the only child carrying the last name Chapman, and they need the money. All of a sudden, you don't need food stamps. All of a sudden, you don't need this stuff. So all this shit was starting to make sense about who all was involved in it. It's like, it's no secret. It's just, let me know when the time has come so we can do this. But I'm looking for everybody. I'm giving everybody opportunity to come to me to speak for themselves. Because the biggest part of it is, I need y'all to have a clear understanding. I'm not scared of none of y'all motherfuckers. So if we're going to do it, we're going to do it. Period. Just understand my demon's going to be way bigger than yours. And whatever the fuck you feel you fit to do, be prepared for all that supernatural shit that's been going on around you. Because it's like, why is all this shit is happening? This is weird. This is weird. It's going to get weirder. And it's going to get funnier. And if I start to laugh when the stuff start going in there and I get into the dark part of it, it's show ass, Mr. Postman. And it's like, I'm not saying it to be funny. I'm not saying it to be vindictive. I'm not saying it to be hateful. I just understand how dark it can really go. I fought to get to a place to actually be decent with people at this point. And this is just me being decent with people. I'm not even forcing myself to even want to be kind yet. I'm just being decent and cordial. But if we had to really pick that bone and figure out all these investigations about shits about me and about all these cases about people missing, they ain't missing. You try to figure out who did it? I know who did it. Because this shit ain't Houdini. Y'all just wasn't asking the right people. Because y'all know if y'all ask the right people and them answers that you get, you weren't going to like them answers. See, Mr. Martinez? See how you went on ahead and did some of that shit from, Pompanos? You remember how you did some of that shit from Palm Bay? Because you had the wrong information, and instead of you going ahead and listening, because that's my sister wouldn't. Maria would pull some shit like that. I remember Maria, even when she didn't have nobody looking at her, wasn't nobody cool, she didn't become cool until I started fucking with her. You gotta understand that. Love her to death. But see, Maria Martinez, yeah, she got that baby, and her baby daddy worked at the pharmacy that worked with my mama. So y'all think all this shit and all this karma wasn't gonna fucking come back because I didn't say anything? Y'all should have took the fact that me being quiet and not saying shit was me sparing the fuck out of y'all. Because if I came for you, ain't nobody, there's no police, there's no U.S. Army, no reserve that you was gonna be able to get to stop me from what the fuck I would have did. And if I decide to tell you I'm seeing black, or if I see red, just go ahead and call up a Apocalypse funeral hotline. Hey, we need that. It might need to be a closed casket. If not, cremate their ass. The Virgo that they paid from Clarksville, Tennessee, though, that the military already had obliged to him because he was trying to hide his stuff from when he was going to Austin P. And the family name, the Parham family was trying to keep up their name. See, aren't y'all seeing how the patterns fucking work up and I can figure out everybody's fucking rundown? So if you don't want the rundown of your motherfucking family, and you don't want your seeds and your situations and shit like that, leave me the fuck alone and run me my motherfucking money. That's all I'm going to say. Run me my money so I can get my own shit. I can get my own car and I can mind my business. But the more you going to keep fucking with me, the more tea I'm going to keep spilling. And that's a promise. And I ain't willing to break that promise. It's getting a little bit fun. And the funner that it gets because you want to play with surgery. You want to tell a person that they need unnecessary fucking surgery so you can kill them. So you can put an infection and cause septic. So you can put poison in people's food, in their water. The same shit that you try to do to me in fucking Puerto Rico, to me and my kids, so we can die of fucking thirst because of bullshit you pulling. Has your bullshit ass people in the hotels. Oh, room service. Ain't no motherfucking room service coming that much. Especially if the damn sign is on the door. If the sign is on the door, why the fuck you knocking on the door? Because you trying to put cameras on the side. You giving me the room where it got double doors and I didn't ask for that because it's people next door sliding shit under the door whenever they felt like the lights was off. Oh, she's telling everything. John Sebastian Martinez, talk to your motherfucking mama. Martha, you knew wrong for that. You gonna get your husband involved in that? Miss Martinez, why would you get your husband involved in that? Knowing your son is involved in shit. He done went to school. He knows how to fix cars. He know how to do all this shit. Very fucking intelligent. That's the only reason why I dated John. He didn't have everything I fucking wanted. He wasn't the greatest looking fucking guy, but he had everything in him that I felt that was pretty dope. But then it was like when he pulled this shit, that's when it was just like, nah, John, you can't get in my energy, but I will solve the fucking mystery about your cousin's death. And it ain't no motherfucking mystery or nothing like that. It's history with the motherfuckers that y'all got sitting at your motherfucking table. Because the biggest piece of it about the Brazilian folks was old dude cousin when I went to go see him for Christmas when I had my Ayana and Adrian, because Marcus was still in Montgomery County custody. Because they wouldn't release Marcus to my mom here in Florida. Now, mind you, any state got 60 to 90 days to do a release, especially if there's family willing to take the child, regardless if it's out of state or not. All it requires is simple conversation. DCF, DCF, CPS, CPS. They have that conversation. They do paperwork exchange. It just notifies the system that, hey, this is the type of case that's going on. And the case can run conclusively, whether it would have been in Tennessee or Florida. So meaning my son stayed in state 17 months ill-intentionally not needed, because the benefit of what the state of Tennessee could have kept, which they kept at that time when my son went in, they were already at 20 to 21 deaths unreported. Montgomery County and Nashville, Tennessee, if y'all go all the way back to 2012 and look up their reports about Montgomery County, and you look up Clarksville, Tennessee, you will see that at that time in 2012, when my son got hurt intentionally from another soldier who was being initiated into their good old boy system in the U.S. Army at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, air assault. I'm going to always be an air assault baby. But the fact of the matter is that you use him to go ahead and try to unalive my baby. If y'all already had the DNA to know that Marcus Phillips Sr. wasn't the father, and it was actually Everett Gershon Irish being the father. See, are you understanding how the concept, because the military can run DNA tests to make sure to verify who's the father of the child. Now, considering that they knew I was a very good worker, I didn't bother anybody when I was in the Army, I minded my business, but this is what they failed to realize. Higher up in command knew when I was in the Army, because I came in with rank. Because people are still questioning, why did this person get out as a specialist? I should have got out of the U.S. Army at least, at minimum, at fucking minimum, because of my quality of work and how well I was doing. At minimum, I should have got out at least at a fucking E7 promotable. At minimum. Nah. In every which way, y'all made sure that, it's promotion. I was promotable. How is somebody promotable for only 6 years that y'all wanted to count on my contract? Mind you, I signed up 2008. As a matter of fact, if we go all the way back, y'all had them scholarships for me with Sharita Darshell Chapman on it since 2007 when I graduated. Yeah, if we had to pick up information. So I hope that helps with everybody's investigation of how y'all was looking to snake somebody, because it's like, she's quiet. There's right now, anything that I just fucking said right now, there's a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius fucking man ready to say, listen, I'm gonna put this shit down, because bruh, she amazing, but beyond amazing, what can I do to help in this situation? Somebody's going to talk to an attorney. How do I help this person in this situation? Because I need to have a deeper conversation, and somebody got more information that I know that they can't say, that they need. And this is going to allow us to build some other fucking court case for somebody else. Because I'm hearing veto. I'm hearing this is going to be the history going. You're being vetoed. You're being excommunicado. Like you can't even run for nothing no more. And you're being penalized for all your botched cases that you worked in fucking California. So if there's a person working for a White House, Pentagon, or very high official right now, you're about to get caught. And if you were a judge or a fucking attorney, you're about to get caught for all this shit that you botched. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, think that motherfucker got your ass on the spot. Secrets unfold. Secrets unfold. Run me my money, bro. Run me my motherfucking money. Because y'all was sitting here trying to play a motherfucker like dummy. I knew I wasn't meant to work this motherfucking hard. But I'm going to bust my ass because y'all, so you know. So when I'm stepping on y'all ass, then I'm stepping on you for a motherfucking reason. Now is, you want to call me hateful? Now you can call me hateful. I'll give people a reason to call me hateful. Or we're going to get them while they're working. Or we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Like somebody is literally right now as we speak looking to set that up. The one and only Nicole. Nicole, please go find you something safe to do, because you severely stalking somebody right now over there in that SUV that you think nobody's supposed to know about. But the little thing of it is, you gonna find out that somebody didn't really want to fucking fuck with you. A female pastor that got you to get along and get along. As matter of fact, master, you over there talking to the master? How you a black female fucking pastor? You let somebody do that shit to your husband because you didn't want your shit to. That's what I can't stand about some of you black motherfucking bitches. Because if I had to have a whole conversation with you, quit acting modest like you ain't got no motherfucking past. Female pastor and emergency driver driving around in a fucking SUV crossover, using people's friends. Third party is a friend. Like they want you to act like you don't know you're being used, but somebody understand you can't use somebody that's sent in to do something to you. Somebody sitting there going around telling people, oh, they faking pregnancy or whatever. Somebody know you wasn't faking. That's some shit that you just don't fucking play with. Got a funny dark thought? It's them. Physically alone, spiritually all around you. Your protection is invisible. Like people gonna keep fucking with you. It's gonna be supernatural. Oh shit, my car flipped. Somebody's gonna get caught up in some shit. And every time that you hear bad shit is happening, it's the motherfuckers that's involved. Period. Don't feel no type of way. Heal and focus on yourself. Time to be alone. There's something in a video game chat. This cycle is coming to an end. These people are exchanging currency using Bitcoin, crypto, or something like that, so that the money ain't tracked though. But you are protected. These people are working in a group. You're in luck. If somebody try to say that you have like herpes or something like that, and they try to say in the past that you were positive, you're actually negative. You don't have herpes. You don't have syphilis. I'm hearing somebody, you don't have HIV, you don't have AIDS, you don't have none of that shit. I'm hearing somebody, if anything, the most that you probably got from a situation was like bacterial vaginosis. But however, someone understand Yemaya had worked in the body, and Yemaya is I forgot the name of the girl, connections with something, but she talks very heavy about the African Orisha. She's very well versed in it. She's a practice and everything. And I remember her, going through the research, doing my own and cross referencing. But basically, Yemaya is of that, of gynecology. So anytime you're working with Yemaya will help women, especially that's suffering with anything, STDs, anything with your reproduction. Yemaya comes through. And with that for you, some of you embody that as it is already. And that was confirmation. Like you're HIV, herpes, syphilis, free of all that. And someone is going to be like amazing. Like I feel like somebody's going to be compensated. Like someone is planning to try to give you STDs or HIV, and it's not going to work. Two-Face family is plotting together with this last person as a final plan. So this person, it's like they'll pay a person to get this STD, or they'll give it to the person. They know that this is a motherfucker that wouldn't get tested or something like that. They'll send them your way and be like, oh, but you slap boys. And that's not the fucking case. The person was paid to do this shit. Like, they know that the person do that. We need their chakras misaligned. We need this. We need that. But for somebody, you may have cleared up whatever it was, that if the person did give you anything, you got blessed and you were protected at that time. Or for somebody, shit, you probably was praying for protection as you was having sex with this person. Like, God, please protect me from this motherfucker. Because it's like, go along and get along with the plot. Yet, this person was set up to, poor thing. Because they was going to plot to let this motherfucker take the fall. Yep, they was plotting to let this motherfucker take the fall. Like, well, you did it. Well, you exchanged the money. So it's just like somebody's not understanding. If they had paid a hitman or con artist or something like that, bruh, some shit fit to fall back on some people. This shit fit to be funny. Like, how they thought it was going to be, and it was going to use somebody as a scapegoat. For one person, the only reason being why they're going to be getting out is because they're connected in some kind of way. Not connected in that way, or it's like the Orishas. Confirmation, the Orishas It's coming through heavy, heavy. And it's a heavy trickster energy on whoever was sending these threats out or whatever the case may be. Whoever sent it originally came up with the idea, plot, plan. They're facing judgment, and it's the yikes, wowzers. Yeah, but you going through the person, this older man that was sent in to try to kill you or pay people to try to do this shit. Listen, the prophecy is coming through. Somebody get to watch some shit and crying. Also, someone you're gonna have to watch at least. I'm hearing threes. So someone's gonna lose relatives by the threes. So it's like, ooh, by the threes for the next 6 months. Someone's gonna have a challenge, okay? Where somebody thought they had a streak of luck. So I'm hearing passing by the threes over the next 6 months for 9 months. So it's like basically someone would literally only get like 3 months to like breathe or grieve or some shit like that. Like this is gonna be a hard one. But I'm hearing somebody's like, it gotta happen. It gotta happen. They were speaking it, wishing it, thinking it, and I'm hearing the High Priestess, you already know that there was another woman, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or water sign cloaking themselves in your energy to make themselves seem innocent. But it's like, say if you had to do a reading or something like that, and it got real fucking deep and real fucking dark quick. You were reading that person's energy of all the shit that they had to do and what their parents did to them, and people are probably thinking it was you type shit. Yeah, it was them because they were trying to cloak their energy in you, and they was in your Akashic or trying to do some dumb shit, and it caught them. But them doing that shit is leading money to you. So somebody's like, shit, where the money reside with you. So regardless of what it is that you do, whether you take care of kids, cook food, take care of home, help people, solve people's problems, wherever the fuck it is that you do, Ogun said that shit stops here. Ogun is coming through for you. Okay, you hear me? If these people summons up certain things, it's like, I've had a dream, I had a speech. Someone may also be talking to civil rights lawyers. Someone could be talking to the NAACP as we speak. You also have, listen, there's a Leo that's about to go into the hospital, okay? Leo child. There's a child watching something and it's just like, I think a child is in confusion right now. Yep. They're trying to figure out what happened to somebody. Somebody may also call in somebody to come pray for them or something like that. But somebody is severely sick in bed right now. There's an older woman that's either very concerned, like, where did this come from? How did this come? Also, it could be somebody is highly depressed or really been stuck in the room. And it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's going on? I feel like this is something that somebody that's always shucking and jiving, always moving. There's an older dark-skinned man that they paid to try to play or stab you. There also, if you're a person and you do that pay for play bullshit, chill the fuck out. Because if it's an older man, you go meet this man is going somebody gonna end up in the hospital. You might want to chill out. So if you out here playing for pay, somebody's going to end up in the hospital. But somebody also is about to end up in the hospital. I'm hearing for the weave of lies you wrote. Somebody was trying to create a web, and that web, this feminine just got found out though. This feminine just got found the fuck out. There's a woman that's being found out. This could be a Libra. It could be a Taurus. It could be a Gemini or Aquarius. Also seeing Sagittarius. Also see Scorpio. If you're on the positive note and you know it's like, look, I'm not looking to argue with nobody. I'm not looking for revenge. I said my piece. I spoke my piece. Somebody said they don't trust you, don't want to be around you. It's like, fuck all that. It's just like, just stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Yeah, if you're feminine, take the journey. Just go mind your business. If you cut motherfuckers off, cut their ass the fuck off. Leave them at. Also, somebody is oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody's about to receive 6 blessings. Also, someone's going to discover that either you can sing, or either you're going for singing lessons, or something about a church. There's a female from a church or a choir, or somebody that used to sing from a church or sing for a church or something like that. Also, if you're a female, Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, be mindful of a church using you. Somebody's name is Teddy, or somebody that you call Teddy. Turn off the lights and light a candle. Somebody darkened the house to light a candle to see what was going on. I don't know if somebody tried to do a seance or something like that to figure out, yo, what the fuck is going on? Somebody, listen. Oya is not playing with nobody right now, okay? There's 2 races come together. They got to work together, okay? I got an agenda, you got an agenda. This is giving the Legion. This is giving VFW. This is giving old NCO clubs. These are old heads. These are older people like, hey, we got to come together for this shit. Because it's like, these may be people that they known from the Navy, Air Force, or artillery unit. Also, something about a train station, a singer. Someone could know how to weld or build or create things. There's a babalao or a priest or somebody that did divination, and what they just found out is fucking them up. An empress high priestess. Did somebody do something towards an empress high priestess that is now turning into a queen of swords? They don't look too good. Somebody's also fouling against the military. Someone is fouling against the military, the music industry as well. We shall overcome. Freedom. Freedom, freedom, where's my freedom? My ancestors said, let me be free. Let me be free. Somebody's making something history. I fought the dark and I came out. And how I came out, I poured out all those emotions, and I had to look at something way deeper than what the fuck I thought it was about. They thought I was a kid, but I was more responsible with my money than what they fucking thought I could be with. Good luck, the tortoise in the air. You were supposed to be the tortoise, and you still beat the air. You still got opportunities. Life might not have been fair, but you fit to get there. Be real. Or be square. They can watch you all day long. They can watch your muscle build. They can watch how you do this. It's like things are coming up on your change in a magical, erratical space, and people just don't know how to play in your face and your space anymore. Because they feel like they can step in the place of fate. But here comes judgment, shutting that shit down all over the place. Doc, why you can't help it? I can't help you because, baby, I got to get out of here because I need my license, because now you got to deal with the judgment. Now I got to look at all those reports that I had to hide. All those 20 to 39 cases that I had to hide to prove that this woman is not alive. All those cases that I had to hide July and August. God, why me? Because the only person that could really save me is her. The only person that can redirect me is her. The only person that can see it is her. Esther. Somebody wanted you to be an Eastern Star and you said, no, sir. I'll be my own. You can contract me, though. And we can speak from there. And I'm hearing somebody's like, that's only fair. Like, I'm hearing somebody saying this person is very fair and very just. Judgment. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, masculine. They're fair and they're just. I'm going to give them what they want. This shit ain't no front. Y'all try to convince me it's a front. This is no front. I need her. She knows that. And I'm gonna always have her back. That's the secret to it. The secret to it is y'all don't know y'all don't know. They try to torture you, try to humiliate you. Baby, you still stronger than what anybody else could. Cause I'm hearing somebody, I'm to put them through what they put you through. And I'm hearing somebody can't even stand that little bit of the heat. Not even just a tiny bit. Because you did what? Because you did what? Yeah, somebody got to tell the truth to somebody. Because you did what? To the who? For the why? Alright. I got you, King. Hey, you ready to slide in? I'm going to let you have that. Somebody already saying you're monogamous. You're not going to play that shit. Either you're my friend or you not. Either you fuck with me or you don't. Get out of my way. I'm not going to play those fucking games. Alright? That's what I have for you.